All right, good 49ers update. They are healing up as a football team. Brandon Aiyuk took off the blue non-contact jersey for Thursday's practice. Remember, he had that one on Wednesday, so it looks like Aiyuk is certainly trending toward returning from his shoulder injury for the 49ers game against the Cardinals on Sunday. Dre Greenlaw, same boat. Dre Greenlaw missed Wednesday's practice. He was back out there, no non-contact jersey. He might have been limited on the official participation report, but it definitely seems that Dre Greenlaw is on track to play after he was back on the field for the 49ers. Deebo Samuel did not practice, but Deebo was spotted walking into the weight room after walkthrough with his jersey on. So the fact that he was a walkthrough participant is a good sign. Doesn't mean he's going to play on Sunday. I've said that, it may make more sense for the 49ers to sit him to make sure that everything is A-okay there and work on their wide receiver rotations, because you're probably going to need to experiment with a few over the course of the season. Injuries are just part of the game. Deebo then was in the locker room today after practice, was not in the treatment room. So again, I think that the rib and the knee injury, those are things that are going to be worked through relatively quickly for Deebo Samuel. Juwan Jennings worked off on the side at practice today again. I talked to him. He said that he's going to be fine. I talked to him in the locker room. He wasn't a participant in practice, but again, working out on the side is good news for Juwan Jennings. So the 49ers, they're as healthy as you can be at this point of the season. You're always going to have some nicks and bruises, some injuries, especially with how physically they play. Somebody asked me if Deebo can play less hard to preserve himself, and the answer is no. You play the way that you play. And the minute that you start giving a little bit less effort is when you truly expose yourself to serious injuries in this game. So just the way that it goes. The 49ers are a physical team and a physical sport, and they've built depth for this very reason, to be able to absorb the scourge of injuries over the course of the season and be ready to play as well as possible. So that's the word from the 49ers locker room. Steve Wilks, Arizona's former head coach, talked today about the Arizona Cardinals being a good football team. Like I said, number 10 DVOA. They've played well. Not too far from 3-0 on this season. They could run the football. That remains key number one for the 49ers. Stop the run. They respect James Conner, the big 233-pound back, a lot. And along those lines, here's some information, some outlook from the 49ers in the locker room over the course of this week as they prepare for the Arizona Cardinals, namely as they prepare to stop the run. Joshua Dobbs, their quarterback, has also been fond of running like a running back. He doesn't like the slide. All right, we'll talk to everybody soon. There's your 49ers update.
Yeah, man, it's the NFL. Every team has good players. We're the top 2,000 in the world at what we do. So you're going to roll it out there and just beat anybody. It's not going to work that way. We got to bring our lunch pail and get ready to work every week.
You're seeing another mobile quarterback. Nick just characterized him. He said he doesn't like the slide. He thinks he's a running back. You got to get him and wrap him. Is that something that you guys are aware of when you see him on tape?
Yeah, man, you can tell he's playing with a mindset of getting those yards and trying to make a play. So when guys playing like that, we can't, like you said, we're going to account for him like he's a running back. Like he's trying to he's trying to gain those extra yards, and you're going to also have to play smart because you can slide at the last second. So, it adds an element to it, but we definitely want to put our pads on the quarterback every chance we get.
There was an expectation last week that Daniel Jones would run a lot, but he didn't. Do you credit your game plan? Were you guys ready to kind of dissuade them from running the zone read?
I think we were all a little surprised that he didn't get out and run a little bit more, but I think that speaks to our preparation. He was ready for it, and I believe that they knew we would be ready for it.
It's Sunday off. I'm sure you have to watch some NFL. Hard to miss Taylor Swift at Arrowhead.
The way that they played, the way they executed, and they've shown the effort and the play style all three games to start. Everybody was talking about in the preseason them tanking and all that kind of stuff, and they showed up and showed otherwise.
Did you as a team leader kind of enjoy that result, knowing that you can use it to, hey guys, you can't have a letdown, look ahead to Dallas? Not that you would necessarily, but just added help in that way.
Yeah, it helps. I would say I could find a lot of reasons to get up for a game, but it's a great divisional opponent. Anytime you're playing in the division, it means twice as much. So yeah, it's good that they won.
The Rams are sort of in a similar boat. People are like, they're not going to be any good this year, and they're scrappy and tough and good guys at battle. Are there similarities, at least in what you see kind of mentality of these teams?
Yeah, like I said, I think they came and showed up every single game that they played so far, you know, and the same will be this week. You know, obviously they're coming in with a lot of confidence, being a really good football team last week. You know, they want to do the same, especially in the division.
For you guys that haven't been tested much as a run defense, I think 43 attempts or something like that, lowest in the league. Do you expect that to change? Do you expect this team to be a team that will test your run defense as much as anybody so far?
Yeah, of course. That's something that's been really successful for them through 3 games, and I know that that's what they want to try to establish early. So we got to be ready to go.
They gave Rondale Moore a handoff the other game. How challenging is it if they have a 233-pounder in Connor, and then you could give a smaller, faster guy like Moore? To, you know, are you kind of back on your heels in that kind of situation?
Yeah, it's a change-up. You know, like you said, I mean, having 2 guys that are both great players in different ways, you know, kind of slows you down a little bit. And you got to make sure you're reading your keys and playing accordingly.
How much do you and Dre communicate in the field, and how much do you just sort of know each other after all this time and can do things without talking?
Yeah, good mix of both. I think the things that are unspoken is something that we develop over time, you know, knowing where each other's going to be and having that chemistry out there on the field. But also, you know, we practice and prepare as hard as anybody, you know, with the communication throughout the week, so we're humming on Sunday.
I mean, you know him as well as anybody. And Kyle was talking about the violence that Dre plays with, and how a couple of the penalties he's got the last couple of weeks he thought were pretty borderline. Do you see him as do you think he's getting a reputation with officials?
You know, I don't know. Obviously, I can't speak on the officials too much, but you know, I love the way Dre plays, and you know, that's honestly what we teach, and so I'm not too worried about it.
He wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't change
him and the way that he's playing. I think Nick means that like he's playing. Oh, there it goes. He's playing in a way that, I mean, he has nothing to lose, right? I mean, he came in late, right before the season started, was given the job, and has done an excellent job with it, you know. And so, with him staying up a lot more, we got to make sure we're aware of that and get all 11 hats to the ball.
Do you have a theory as to why Daniel Jones didn't run last week? Was it because you guys had a good game plan against the zone read?
I mean, I guess they never even tested it out to really see if we were going to be sound on it or not. So who knows if we had a good game plan against it. But yeah, it was interesting for sure.
You had Sunday off.